percent of anogenital warts. And high-risk HPV serotype 16 and 18 are responsible for 70% of cervical cancers. And if we combine 31, 33, 52, 58, then 90% of cervical cancers. So that is why we are talking about Gardasil 9, because Gardasil 9 covers these strains also, 31, 33, 45, 52 and 58. While Gardasil 4 covers only 16 and 18. So it protects against only 70% of cervical cancers. So need of the R is Gardasil 9. So this study was done in Gujarat. Around 1,714 married females were enrolled. They had no history of cervical cancers. And it was found that HPV 16 was found in 53% and 18 in 31%. So this prevalence is high even in asymptomatic women, underscoring the need for vaccination and why we have to screen our females and every female should be given treatment. Another study was done in Bihar, as it was found that HPV 16 was predominant type associated with invasive cervical cancer carcinoma. So they were studied and typing was done and HPV 60 was prevalent. In Andhra, 204 symptomatic women were enrolled and they were having symptoms such as vaginal discharge, bleeding and abdominal pathology. And around 86% samples tested positive with at least one HPV type. HPV 60 consisted of 85%, 18, 13.5 and 33, 11%. Another study was done in Kerala and combined prevalence of HPV 16 and 33 was 92%. So, what is vision of WHO? WHO wants cervical cancer-free Bharat, cervical cancer-free world, a world in which we have less than 4 cases per 1 lakh women years. So, how we can achieve this goal? 90-70-90 strategy. If we vaccinate our 90% girls by the age of 15 years and at least 2 screening by the age of 35 and 45, and 90% females should be treated who are diagnosed with pre-cancer and invasive cancer management. If we apply this formula, then by 2030, we can reach less than 4 cases per 1 lakh women years. How we can achieve this? So we all know we have very qualified audience here. So we all know that we have quadrivalent and 9-valent HPV vaccine. Quadrivalent is effective against 6, 11, 16, 18, while 9-valent is effective against 31, 33, 45, 52, 58 in addition to 6, 11, 16 and 18. So if we compare quadrivalent and nonavalent vaccine, as I discussed in earlier slide, that Gardasil 4 can help offer 83% coverage against cervical cancer and it is recommended for 9 to 45. While nonavalent vaccine is recommended for girls aged 9 to 26 years and boys aged 9 to 15 years. So boys have a limited years, because the guidelines are saying if the boys are 9 to 15 years, then only we can vaccinate them. That is according to guideline. That is the guideline. The boys in this day, there's just the guideline approval. Yes, approval is there, but we have to go by the guidelines. So if we give 9-valent HPV vaccine, then it can help offer 98% coverage against cervical cancer. And then it was seen after 10 years, seropositivity rate was quite good in Gardasil 4 and Gardasil 9. Even after 14 years, even after 10 years, at least 80% seropositivity was observed. HPV vaccines are well tolerated in Indian adolescents aged 9 to 15 years. The most common side effects are pyrexia, nasopharyngitis and headache. Most common injection site adverse effects are pain and tenderness. But in general, both vaccines are generally well tolerated with no vaccine-related serious adverse effects, death, or discontinuation due to an adverse effects being reported. Even I did not notice any adverse effect related to Gardasil 4 and 9 in because I never noticed. All my patients are quite Norwegian. So, what is the role of HPV vaccination in pediatric practice? It is our collective duty, whether we are pediatrician, gynecologist, physician, we have to vaccinate our birds. If HPV vaccination is given before 15 years, then there are 2 times higher HPV antibody titer compared with vaccinating at 15 years or older. So that is the catch point.
Easy computer. I know here.
And there are few myths. Myth number 1. HPV vaccine affects fertility and menstrual cycle. Wrong. It doesn't affect. Myth number 2. HPV vaccine have not been tested enough. No. HPV vaccines were tested in clinical trials of 10,000 plus participants before they were approved for use. Myth number 3. This is quite a new vaccine. No. They are vaccinating since 2006. And there's another terminology now, catch-up vaccination. So, if a female is coming to my clinic, she is complaining of discharge, she is complaining of menstrual problem, this is a time to counsel our female that we have new vaccine and we can offer you, and these are the leaflets, please go through these leaflets, and once you can come in second visit also. So, we can sensitize our females whenever they are coming to our clinic. So, this is a new term, catch-up adult HPV vaccination. Whenever a female between 9 to 45 girl or female is coming to our clinic, we must counsel them. Catch-up vaccination helps to reduce HPV-related cancer and disease rates. It demonstrated more than 88% efficacy against HPV infection. And then there's another question. Do sexually active middle-aged women need vaccination? Why not? Because we all know HPV is consists of 200 strains. So if the female is exposed to a particular strain and we are giving HPV vaccination, then she is at least protected against those strains. So sexually active middle-aged women also need vaccination. Can monogamous women get HPV because they think, why me? Because we are one relationship. So 5 out of every 1,000 women, everyone is HPV positive. So even monogamous female are at risk of HPV, underscoring the importance of routine screening. HPV vaccination can be given in lactating female nurse. This postpartum period is the one period when the female is listening to you because she has gone through 9 months, she is coming to you. You develop emotional bond with them. So that is the time when you offer your females this particular kind of vaccine. They are more susceptible. And even I'm offering every postpartum female that you should take this vaccine. Whenever a female is coming to me for a stitch removal or normal checkup, I will tell you that after 6 weeks you have to come. I will give you vaccination. I will do your part. And at least 50% female are telling. So that is the point. You should make them aware about this vaccination. So what is the guideline? Who should receive the HPV vaccine? All girls starting from 9 through 14 years of age should be vaccinated. Males 9 to 15 years can receive the 9-valent HPV vaccine in a 3-dose schedule at 0 to 6 months. And more than 15 years, 3 doses, 0 to 6. Catch-up vaccination may be offered to eligible older women up to the age of 45. But in those female, we will give Gardasil 4. We will not give Gardasil 9 because Gardasil 9 is recommended up to 26 years only. So this is a dose 9 to 14 years, 2 doses 6 months apart, 15 to 26 years, 3 doses at 0, 1, 2 months and 6 months. WHO also said that we can give 2 doses also in low resource settings. So now Nine-valent HPV vaccine is recommended in a 3-dose schedule at 0 to 6 months in female 9 to 26 years of age. Catch-up vaccination may be offered to older women till 45. Foxy says 3 doses in women aged 15 to 26 years and for older women till 45 years. So what are the barriers to HPV vaccination? Fear of side effects, money. Money is the one thing because Gardasil 4 cost around 3,900. 3 doses will cost around 12,000 and 9 is equivalent to 9,000. 4 is 4,000, 9 is 9,000. So 9,000 into 3, 27,000. So cost is one of the factors. Lack of motivation and vaccine hesitancy due to misinformation. And these are the questions. Why we have to vaccinate early? We all know that the seroconversion rate is better if we give before 15 years. So we should catch our girls young. Second question is, we have pap smear. Why do we need HPV vaccination? So pap test is a screening test. We can detect precancerous lesion. But HPV vaccination is a one step ahead because we are protecting our females against cervical, vulval, vaginal cancer and anogenital warts also. So pap smear are crucial for early detection, but HPV vaccination provides broader protection and helps to reduce the overall burden of HPV-related diseases. Why do boys need the HPV vaccine? Because we can prevent future HPV infections that may lead to certain HPV-related cancers like anal cancer and genital warts. Unlike girls, we don't have any screening methods. We don't have pap smear for boys, no? And it was seen that the female to male ratio of transmission is more as compared to male to female. If the female is having HPV vaccination, she will transmit 2 times. So, female to male transmission is more 18% and 7% for male to female transmission. So, our boys are also susceptible. Huh? Can the HPV vaccine be administered during pregnancy? No. Big no. Then the question is there, I was vaccinated. I took 1 dose and now I am pregnant. No worries. You can take remaining doses after your pregnancy. We will not repeat your doses. Only the remaining doses will be given. Can the HPV vaccine be used interchangeably with one another? No. We cannot mix HPV vaccination. But suppose if a girl was vaccinated for Gardasil 4. When she was 16 years, her mother took her to clinic and they gave Gardasil 4. Now she wants that I should give my girl Gardasil 9. So there should be at least 1 year interval between the 2 types of vaccine. If the 1 year interval has passed, then we have to repeat the same dose, 0 to 6. But we can give. So I am planning to give Gardasil 9 to my daughter because earlier I did not administer Gardasil 9. So now I am feeling guilty. Before she turns 26, I will definitely give her Gardasil 9. Captain Nusrat, for you also.
Yeah, ma'am. Sure.
Because we will vaccinate our girls before they turn 26, So, is there this need for HPV vaccination in someone who has already tested positive for HPV? Yes. What if a patient misses a dose of the HPV vaccination? Suppose I vaccinated a female, she comes after 3 months. Doctor, I forgot her. No problem. I will give you. And you just complete your course. Is HPV screening crucial before HPV vaccination? No. So, what are the key takeaways? Cervical cancer causes approximately 6 lakh new cases, and with India accounting for 1/5 of the global burden, HPV vaccination before 15 years of age leads to approximately 2 times higher antibody titers compared to when given at 15 years of age or older. The quadrivalent HPV vaccination has demonstrated effectiveness for up to 14 years and 9-valent HPV for 10 years against certain HPV-related cancer and diseases. The broader protection of 9-valent HPV supports widespread vaccination programs. Healthcare providers play a crucial role in promoting HPV vaccination because only it is in our hands, you know. Suppose we should counsel them. Suppose if you develop cervical cancer, then the cost is more, you know. You are investing 27,000 now, but think of cervical cancer. So we should make our female understand like this. And the government of India has approved Gardasil 4. They are not giving Gardasil 9. So this is a new thing. Thank you so much, Dr. Delhi. Yes?
How have you for Gardasil for government or
Government of India is giving, started, but they will give Gardasil 4.
that is a very yes, plan is only to give to 40 has very shocked.